What's up everybody, Cartwheel here. Welcome back to another video. This is my homecoming GCW homecoming night 2 predictions. Sorry my voice is a bit gone. I'm literally recording this straight after I done my New Japan what's it called? The Wrestle Grand Slam show predictions and my night 1 GCW predictions. So my voice is gone a bit just because I've recorded 2 videos in a row. Before this, I'm going straight into the third. It's also why I'm wearing the same t-shirt 3 videos in a row. But yeah, of course they went up last night, and this one coming out the day after, because of course this show is the day after night 1. Of course it is, because it's night 2. But let's not waste time. But before I get into the show, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Let's get into it. Match number 1 I have here in front of me. Of course, I have the card on cage match. Penelope Ford versus Alica. This one's a tough one to call. Penelope Ford, of course, done some GCW stuff prior to getting signed by AEW, of course, as the bad girl when she was dating Joey Janela. This is her return after a while. But of course, Alica, big name in GCW recently, of course, kind of building a name for herself on the independent scene. She's been doing a lot of good stuff in GCW. She even challenged Nick Gage for the GCW championship probably maybe about 2 years ago now. Yeah, it's been, because I'm just trying to think, that was pre-pandemic, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, probably looking about 2 years ago. But yeah, Alica versus Penelope Ford. Does the bad girl get a win on her return to GCW, or does Alica claw her way to another victory? I'm going to go Alica. Again, this could go either way. It won't surprise me. I won't really be too angry if it goes the other way. But yeah, going with Alica here. Dante, Leon, and Ninja Mac team up against the second gear crew, Mance Warner and Matthew Justice. Of course, Matthew Justice and Mance Warner could be going into this as your GCW tag team champions. So there is a chance this may get made a tag team title match. And in that case, with that in mind, even without that in mind, even if the belts weren't on line and Justice and Warner did lose to Raver and Lloyd on night 1, I still would go with the second gear crew to get the win here. I just don't see Dante and Ninja getting the win here. Of course, I do like Dante and Ninja Mac from the stuff I have seen of them, but I just find it hard to go against Warner and Justice. Jordan Oliver versus Jack Cartwheel. This one's a pretty easy one to call for me. I do like Jack Cartwheel. I do think he could be a big name in independent wrestling in the future, from what I've seen of him in GCW so far. Again, I haven't really seen him elsewhere, so it's hard for me to fully kind of grasp an opinion when I've only seen really a handful of matches. Maybe I might have seen him on JCW, but again, JCW is kind of like GCW. I believe it's run and owned by the same people, and it's just kind of like another way where they can get kind of people they normally won't see on GCW shows there. But yeah, I'm going with Oliver, as I said in my night 1 predictions. They kind of have been giving him a bit of a push lately. He did win the Asset Cup over Mania weekend. He did challenge Nick Gage for the world title, of course, unsuccessfully. But yeah, I can kind of see them picking up and giving Jordan the win here. Next match is one that actually sounds like it could be a good one on paper. The Dirty Daddy Chris Dickinson, of course, recently becoming one half of the ROH Tag Team Champions alongside Homicide. Faces off against AEW's Cesar Bononi. I don't know if Cesar's actually signed to AEW or if they've just been doing stuff with him on Dark as part of the Wingmen. But for me, this could go either way. But I'm leaning towards Dickinson. He's kind of a bit of a regular in GCW. Bononi making his GCW debut. It would be a big win for him to get the win over Dickinson here. I can see it happening. I just don't think it will happen. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Dirty Daddy to get the win here with Chris Dickinson. And before I go on to the next match here, I do want to say this, I'm recording this, as I've said in the intro, straight after I record my night one predictions, because I don't know if I would get a chance to record these predictions Sunday, the day you are seeing these. So there may be one or two matches that get changed due to storyline reasons or other like injury reasons or whatever. Hopefully no injury reasons, but storyline reasons, or even like a match or two gets added from what happened on night one. And if that does happen, again, I do apologize. I just don't record this now because I probably won't get a chance to on Sunday, or well, the day you're seeing this, the day after night one. But yeah. Next match is Jonathan Gresham versus Starboy Charlie. This is again pretty easy one, kind of like how Jack Cartwheel I've only seen really in GCW. Same goes for Starboy. And again, he's been impressive from what I've seen of him, but I just don't think he's at the level where he will be going over and getting the win over someone like Jonathan Gresham. I believe he's still the Ring of Honor Pure Champion as well. I know this is a GCW show, so that won't be on the line or anything. But yeah, I just find it hard to see Gresham losing in that one. Ruckus versus Calvin Tankman. Of course, Ruckus, he's made a handful of appearances in GCW in the past. Probably most known for his CZW stuff in like the early 2000s and stuff. He's going up against Calvin Tankman. I'm a big Calvin Tankman fan. Yeah, really big fan of Tankman. I think he has a lot of star power, potential. And because of that, I want them to get the win over Ruckus. And as I said, Ruckus kind of like a big name from like the past to CZW. Done some stuff in GCW before, but I'm going to go with the young up-and-comer here, Ian Tankman, to get the win. Then, from what's on this card from now, maybe if something big does get added from Homecoming Night 1, I will add it in at the end. But as of now, and from what I have in front of me, the match I think will probably main event is Joey Janela versus Atticus Cogar. As I said in my Night 1 predictions, Cogar is someone that I see a lot of potential in, someone I can see, I think GCW see a lot of potential in, because he does seem like he has been getting a bit of a push, of course. Runner-up in TOS, I would have predicted him to win it. When I seen, like, when the final got down to him and AJ Gray, I honestly thought he was going to win it. I thought he was going to stop AJ getting the three-peat. Of course, he didn't. He did. This match kind of got made. There's a bit of story behind this match. One of GCW's recent shows, it was the one in Wyoming, Outlaw Mud Show. That GCW Outlaw Mud Show. It was in like a barn or something. It was actually a decent show. The main event of that, Mansoor versus Nick Cage, was unreal. Like the cops got called and everything. But yeah, Cogar lost surprise roll up to, was it Ricky Morton from the Rock and Roll Express. I just want to make sure I have the right member of Rock and Roll Express. Let me just double check that I am thinking of the right member of. Yeah, it was Ricky Morton and not Robert Gibson. So yeah, Cogar got upset by Morton, but afterwards he kind of attacked Morton, hit him with the headlock driver. Janela was on commentary. He ran in to make the save, and then called out Cogar for this match. So this, again, I can see this going either way. As I said in my previous video, Joey Janela was kind of the reason I got into GCW. Not really because of Janela himself, but I heard people were talking about Spring Break 1 and how it was such a good show that I decided to check it out, and I really enjoyed it. And since then I've been a big GCW fan. So technically it is kind of because of Janela, because it was Janela Spring Break. So yeah, this one I can see going either way, but I'm leaning more towards Atticus Cogar. I feel like he'll get the big win over Janela. Maybe he can go on then. Maybe he goes on to challenge Nick Gage or someone for the title. Maybe he goes after Alex Colon and goes for the Ultra Violent title if he defends it against Drew Parker. Yeah, so I'm very interested to see where this one goes. Lean more towards Cogar, but yeah, that is it for my GCW Homecoming Night 2 predictions. As I said, if something did get announced on Night 1, I probably would have added it in by now, so you'd know if I did, or else if I was lazy and I didn't bother. But yeah, that's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. And I will see you in the next one.